Oh, we are live here with Balance Between. I was just talking to my son about something and I guess it will wait. Apparently, I only have a short time to record, so let's try to get things done, right? Okay, Tarot, I was telling you previously about who I am and things like that. Just take it as it is. Either you like me or you don't. And don't worry, no hard feelings. Peace, light, and love. Always. Unless you're trying to be not very nice. Then it's return to sender. Remember that song by Elvis Presley? Return to sender. Da-na-na-na-na. Return to sender. Yeah, that song. So, it's such a nice song. I haven't heard that song in a long time. So thanks YouTube for just like popping that up for me. You are the best. I love that you mix my music and it's like a personal DJ. So you're friggin' awesome. So thank you. I really appreciate YouTube hosting my videos. So thank you. I really appreciate that. I think it goes a long way to be thanking a creator that has created a platform so that you can have a platform of yourself. So please say thank you to the YouTube creators and the people that are behind the scenes helping you along the way. So many thank you to YouTube individuals listening and reading and editing and making sure that we abide to certain rules that you have laid out. As all aliens, we are kind of subject to our codes and the things that we're allowed to say. And then if we're not, we are told, don't do that, right? But you don't know unless something happens. So good or bad, right? If you don't know something and it's like, oh, you can't do that, it goes against blah, 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 then you know, and you won't do it. You would learn your lesson and then it would just go from there. And then if it's something good, I'm sure that they reward you for being an individual on their platform that has that respect for them too. Right? Kudos to you. So we're just going to get a few cards here. I don't look through the middle. A lot of people do, just to like break up the monotony, to see what type of kind of cards there are. And for me, it's not necessarily whatever. Sometimes I might show the bottom and then you get a sneak peek, but what does that really say about when I shuffle? These cards may not come out. So are you false reading ahead of time? Because when you shuffle, you may not get that message, or it might be a confirmation if it does fly out. When horses run over things, even themselves. I should know. I had many throughout my life. Woman holding a coin, temple path, and cornucopia. I may not show you these cards. And does it really matter? Not really. I think some of you want to see the cards, but most of you guys don't. And it's like only if it matters, right? Only if it matters. So a woman holding a coin could mean just that. You could just be standing fast and holding on to spare, like a buffer. And you have your trusted cat by your side. My cat, his name is Marius. And I already have a few videos of him, right? that doesn't necessarily mean that you are a woman and have a cat. Just maybe you're guarding what you have, and that's just enough. The cards don't necessarily talk to me right off the hop, and that's just how I roll. I'll leave like a base kind of energy so that you can feel your way. Like with the temple path, you've intuitively laid down the path on which you wish to follow for yourself. You're planting the seeds. You're going towards like your cornucopia, your abundance, right? The things that when you've planted in the spring, eventually it blossoms into an abundance, an array of energy that could be picked up from anyone that sees your worth in anything that you do. Right? What are the messages? Are there any other messages for this woman holding the coin? Appreciation, like man holding a heart. Any others that would like to come forward? There you go. Double confirmation, financial constraints. So let's understand. Oh, yeah, you got a man holding, like, and that's the thing. I don't necessarily want you to worry about that. Oh, look at that, because you got now competition with this man holding the heart. Would you choose the man holding the money, or would you rather have love? Because, if you go with both of them, there's hostilities. So, everyone has to have their guard up, right, about a situation. But feel with your heart, not with your money, right? If he has the heart of what you're looking for, then love is where you go. You don't go for the money, because money can come and go. But if you don't have the heart in looking after animals or your spouse or your children or anything, that you even nurture your own lawn, right? And the berries and things like that, and you nurture and you water them, and you give them what they need, the abundance will be eventually there, like a cornucopia, like whoop, whoop. There we go. Right? There's a cornucopia in life, but it depends on what path that you choose. So just be aware that not always like looking at the bottom of the pile would be beneficial to you. I know some people like it and some people don't. And sometimes I'll do it and sometimes I won't. That's just me. Changing it up, confusing the fuck out of you guys. I'm kidding. But maybe I'm not. So, yes, and I'm probably going to be like, oh my gosh, she just did that with her nose and she has boogers all over her hands. So unsanitary. I'm like, well, yep. Caught me red-handed. I'm a human. Human with extraordinary, mind-blowing gifts and questions about SpaceX and NASA's technology. That's fascinating to me. Yeah, amazing. But anyways, let's get back to the reading, shall we? Woman holding a coin. So you have a few restrictions, and you should be just minding what you're spending your money on and what you're not spending your money on, right? Things that you can release and things that you can like let go of, do it. They're asking you to take it easy. Can you see it? Yeah, there you go. just be aware of your money situation and think about where you're spending your money wisely. And it doesn't necessarily mean money, financial. Find anything financial. That's the maybe not get your nails done or your pedicure, and just wait till you're actually going out. And unless a man is gonna pay for it, you save your money. And any man that's asking you for money, run away. Okay? Stay the fuck away from that. That's like opening up a can of fucking worms. Even for their birthday, get them a card with like money on a like McDonald's or whatever. I'm serious. I don't want to say that like seeming cruel, but you're in a relationship with someone that you hardly know, and you go out of your way to buy them something super fucking nice, and what do? I've been in that situation. I had a decent relationship with a guy that I thought was a decent guy. He wasn't mean, he wasn't nasty, he was really nice to my son, and that's a big thing, because he had a young son himself, and he was splitting custody with someone else. So I was dating the guy, but then not knowing fully his background, but just seeing how nice he is towards me and my son, that was enough to say, okay, well, this is a really nice relationship. He treats me really nice. He treats my son really nice too, and he's not asking for like bad energy or anything like that. There's nothing whatever. So giving naturally to a man is okay, right? If you want to spend a few things on the guy, it's not like it's a bad thing. You're just showing your appreciation and love for his reciprocation of love as well, and care. So, but the message is, don't be stupid of going out and buying a watch like he's always wanted, and he tells you this is the watch that he would love to have for his birthday, and then things would get and you believe their story about that things are going to get more serious, and they're thinking of finding a place that everyone can live together to make it feel like you're going to be together, right? And then you go out and buy a super nice watch that he's always wanted, because you think that the next stage, the next levels are going to be there, right? Then I'm like, great, finally, I can become like a little family unit and work together, and I'd have my young son, and I'd stay home sometimes, and I'd find a part-time job, and he's doing his own thing, but we're living in the same house, and it's like actually have a nice relationship, right? And then all of a sudden you give him a nice present, like a really nice watch, and then you don't hear from him for like 2 weeks, and you're like, what the fuck? Like, you going for a vacation? Like, how come you don't fucking talk to me? Like, you go from like, as soon as they give you your present, you fuck off. Like, what the fuck is this shit? And then you realize, like, he pawned that really fucking expensive watch to get money to gamble. And I'm like, what the fuck? And he's like, oh, hey, it'd be really nice to like hang out again. I'm like, no, fucking no, don't do it. So, ladies, be careful. Guys, if it's happening to you, be careful. Be careful with your money. Don't be stupid. Like, don't be stupid. Continue on your path that you need to go down. continue down the path, planting the seeds along the way that you need to put in so that you can stop and smell the roses, right? You can stop and smell the roses and have appreciation for the work that you've put in. And even though that you have a small amount of money as a buffer zone in your account or anything like that, there is someone secretly, possibly wanting to be with you, looking from beyond your understanding of where you are in life, and you won't even know. And he's like, one day maybe just pull up and say, hi, would you like to have a cup of coffee on this cold day? And he's like, I'm terribly sorry, I have no money. Oh, don't worry, it's on me. And then they sit down and they're super nice to both of you. Mother, child, father, daughter, whatever, take it as it resonates. Yikes. Whatever, doesn't matter. Just be aware of your money, know where it's going, planting the seeds along the way so that you can harvest the abundance from all of your hard work that you put forward in the way that you move on this earth and the people that you're around, and how you're feeling around their vibrations and their energies. Stop and smell the roses every once in a while, even when they're frozen. Sometimes you can find the beauty in a plant that has frozen. If you look carefully enough, you can feel the energy and the life within the plant, especially when water freezes and it draws out. It leaves like such a intricate design. Like even when your windows freeze, it's so cold it freezes because the condensation from the morning or like the evening sun is still, the heat is still on the pane. So when things freeze and then the next morning you're like, wow, like look at this cool design, and then you put your hand on it and then you make little baby feet, right? Or a smiley face like a normal adult would. Because we all have those inner children kind of going, yeah, this was super fun when we were young. Because we always got mad, we always got yelled at, right? When it was foggy inside the car and you were like, beep, 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 right? And then you were like, don't do that. That's gonna make a mark. And I'm like, so it was all the fog and all that kind of stuff. And I'm like, then you start going, and melting it, right? That's what I used to do. And then they're like, what are you doing? Stop doing that. You're gonna, oh God, don't stop. It's like, why can't you just be normal? And I'm like, oh, I'm bored. At least I'm not bugging my brother or sister or anything like that. In the cars, I'm keeping to myself. And then I'm like, fine, I'll just like stare out the window, look up at the lines, right? Stop and have the appreciation. Those are like childhood memories, right? Those will come out too at a certain time, each to their own. But have appreciation for like stopping and having that time to like reflect. It's like this temple path is like time to reflect on the things that are the most important to you, so that you can plant positive seeds to be moving forward instead of being stuck and having people keep you stuck, right? Because there's better things for you, like this man of mystery holding the heart because he sees like, oh my God, they are lovely and I must have them. Right? But mind your money, right? I think like this is kind of like, you understand, you get the drift of what it is and what it means. Lady message, man message in a feminine energy. And by the way, that changes frequently, especially with the moon cycles. So you're not going to be stuck into like, oh my God, I'm stuck in my feminine, I'm going to turn gay. No. It shifts. Your body should shift as well, along with the energy. You know how like your taste buds change? That's kind of like the same thing. You elevate by certain things that you're watching and you're being around. And if people are doing fasting and water drinking and doing more stretching and yoga and being more mindful of their health, then they're going to be taking the right steps for themselves eventually. But you don't need to have lots of money. You could be as poor as a church mouse, but you still have your positive energy and your soul, even though the material gains are like being held back, saying, well, I'm just going to keep this. I'm going to be really careful of what I'm going to spend my money on. I don't need to, be chowing down on everything disgusting anymore, because, I've taken it upon myself to heal and love myself and pour money into myself and self-love, self-reflection on who like you're supposed to be. But just to be mindful of not to be splurging lots of money right now, because you need to just, whoa, settle down. Anyways, let's just take a moment here and I'll get back to you shortly. This is the balance between that. I'm just trying to get used to that, the balance between, because I'm like, no, this is Angel de Granada signing off.